position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time. No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Running into the open space. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Right back to the well. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be 4th down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory.
Yeah, and I tell you what, this offense isn't all about the pass, right? Like, they're the top 10 in passing in college football, and I think they get all the shine. I love when you come out in a football game and create balance. I like running the football to complement this great passing attack.
This is either complete confidence or a hint of recklessness. Opening drive, 4th down, own territory, going for it. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Got a man. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
When you think Texas A&M football, man, you think running the football all the way back to R.C. Slocum, a great Aggie head coach. You just want to be the more physical team, and you want to be imposing your will. This guy right here toting the rock has the ability to wear and grind on defenses. He brings that physical presence to this offense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Scanning the field is Hart. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And it'll be downed right there. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quick screen to the speedster line. Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-load. Chop block on every single play or more.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Finding open areas. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Hart. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Finds his tight end. Bounced off his feet.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Running back searching for a hole. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's 4th down and 1. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Jackson. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the ground. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Going to try to get it himself. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, I know this guy is really athletic, but it's going to be hard to outrun a DB. It was a really nice job scrambling, trying to get what he could get on that 3rd down, but there's the DB in the open field. Nice job rallying to the quarterback, getting him down. Now it's decision time for the offense, 4th and short.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. To the ground with the back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Hart. Pressure coming. It falls incomplete and will change into the field to get things started back up. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Cover guys do their job and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. There he goes. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And how about the lefty? He's got to buy some time and scrambles outside the pocket to the right and does a really good job of, even though he's running, still stays under control and makes a nice strike to his wide receiver.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. He wants to throw it again. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll get this drive started from the 29. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give to the lone running back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Hart. Fires to the wideout. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Working that wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, that linebacker is athletic. He can make tackles in space against very athletic dudes. That receiver's not an easy guy to bring down. That linebacker got him down quick.
And the Tigers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the big fella. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the 1st, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Looking for the score. And he will take it in. Touchdown, LSU.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. BYU is getting smoked, and even though this might seem surprising, I'm not sure the folks around that program feel that way. Something is up there in Provo. They're trailing by 17 to Utah. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
second down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Hart. Caught over the middle, it's Miranda. Turns it on in midfield. Lots of running room. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. This crowd knows when to bring it. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Looking downfield, it's Hart. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to set up the screen. Turning it on. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Hart. Snagged out of the air. It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
That's a great job by this defense. The yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity.
Breaks into the open. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. They've moved it to the 19. 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
He makes the grab. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Tight end now in motion. Trying to get the edge on the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Tigers will kick it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Hart. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Got some room to run. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback. They're able to come away with a pick.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Toss to the outside. Man, you got to get Hatch around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Quickly complete. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. The sure hands, it's Sampson. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Back to pass, it's Hart. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the play fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's working. Oh, he's got some space. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by 4 over Stanford. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Phyllis?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Hart. Here comes the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Running it to the right. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Quick strike complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted to 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
This defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up first and goal.
He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Hart. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They go to the ground. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Back to pass, it's Hart. Pulls it in, it's Miranda. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Gets the back moving. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Going to swing it on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They want to run this quarterback. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Makes the catch at the 45. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start with the first.
Looking deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Trying play action. Here's a heat. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Yeah, and this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. In his second sack of the day, nice. A lot more passing situations coming with this team down big.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Catch is made at the 15. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the option. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. And some room to work. There he goes. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Well, obviously, this game has not been the best statistically of this guy's career so far, but the important thing is you win. And to do that, they need him to play really well here in the fourth quarter. They're going to keep giving him the football with the lead in this juncture, and this is where he needs to have his best runs of the game.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Motion from the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. The screen, he's got wheels. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here we go. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Turning it on. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, LSU. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. James Madison is making it look easy today. A special performance that would make the 4th president of the United States proud. They're up by 24 over Charlotte. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll toss it to the left. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Hart. Here's the pressure. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
we've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And I think that completion is as good as a 1st down, right? Because you set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
The lone back's got it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. On the move, it's Jackson. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
They'll leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Kick is in the air. Signal goes into the air, and he makes the fair catch at the 10. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Finds the tight end. He steps out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18 after that pickup.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
And it's incomplete on third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been a